So the LEC, the LERC, in this public memo, when we inform the public that the LEC, which is the Liberia Electricity Corporation, has applied for new multi-year electricity tariffs for a commission's approval. LEC submitted its tariff application on September 30th, 2025. That's about 2 weeks ago. Upon the LEC submission, the commission assessed the application and requested additional information. That's by law. Within 5 days, if you review the application and everything, you look at it, if there's anything missing, you request them. And the LEC complied and submitted everything that was missing and led to the completeness. And we have notified LEC that the application is complete. So LEC, after that, the tariff application process is also in line with the law, section 8.1, subsection 2 of the 2015 electricity law, just as the DG said. Everything we do here is online. Everything. If you go to the LERC website, it's interactive, and then you can get even notice everything from there. And then it says that a licensee may not charge a customer any other tariff other than that determined or approved by the regulator. So the new tariffs, which when approved by the commission, will cover the period of 3 years, that's January 1, 2026, up to December 31st, 2028. That will require a multi-year tariff, even though there's room for the tariff review in terms of issues, if there's any economic shift, there's any problem in terms of different things, in terms of inflation and everything, there's time to review. And so we receive the application. The tariff process. To ensure transparency and public participation, the Commission will organize a series of public hearings, stakeholder engagements, and outreach activities. That's what the law says. We should be transparent and public, because whatever you charge the public, it affects the consumer. So they must have a say in the whole process. So now that we have notified LEC that the application is complete, it doesn't mean that's a tariff, no. We, as the regulator, through our economic regulation department, we have a financial model, we have all our different experts. They will now run a model using everything. I'm not an economist per se, but for instance, let's say for instance, you want to buy, you go to the gas station and buy your gas on the pump. That's not there. It goes through from the importer, all the way from the imports, it goes to the port, you have to clear everything, so all the costs before you get your final charge, so require end user tariff. So it goes from generation to transmission to distribution and everything, and all the assets, all the different things that goes into the production of electricity. Electricity is also a service, but it's also a product. Even though you don't see it, that's why we have the meter, and then that's why you pay for. And so our team will go through that. So we have to also inform the public. So if you check our website or you check the paper, from this morning you realize that we have now published what we call notice of pendency. We call it public notice of pendency, means that there is an application, a proposal in the possession of the LERC, and it is pending, and the public can now come and comment. If you read the proposal and everything and go through the entire process, you can now come up at the public hearing, which has been arranged. We're going to do it in Bonny, we're going to do it in Cape Town, we're going to do it in Morovia, Kakata, and now, as the minister said, LEC through the regulation component of the CLSG, from Niba all the way to Basel and through up to Monserrato, they are providing electricity to villages and towns within 3 kilometers of the CLSG line, both sides, left and right. So LEC is now extending there, and then the means will be going to Basel, where even RRA is building the transmission line, the distribution pipe going there, and then Riverset, Yapata, and the compound one in Basel, because we want to make sure that the public is well informed about the entire process, and they know exactly what's going, because whatever LEC has proposed should be taken to the public, and then after the process, before we can determine the final tariff, whether we can approve what they submitted, or will remain as it is, the current tariff, or it will come down further because conditions have changed over the past 3 years. So that's the reason why we are going so. So to allow the public forum that we are having, the public hearing we are playing everything, will allow the customers, the policymakers, just as we are here, the ministers of different groups, policymakers, even the legislature, they have the energy committee, the civil society organizations, and other stakeholders to provide input before a final decision is made by the commission. That's what the law says. It is consistent with the law. And as I said, LEC operation now covers Monserrato County, Monserrato. They are in Grand Cape, they are in Pony, they are in Riverses now as we speak, they are in Grand Bassa and Magibi counties. So it means we even will be going up to Kakata to do everything. So that's what we are here to do, to inform the public so that there will be no misconception. If you go online on our website or LEC website or in the newspaper you see anything, just read and understand so that when we begin these public hearings, you don't have to necessarily, if you don't have the time to go to the public hearing, you can do a note, your inquiry you can write and submit to the commission. Because this is a process that is more empirical and scientific. We are not just going to be arbitrary and say, well, let's give a tariff of this amount. No. It takes in a lot of inputs. We have a lot of inputs, economic factors, economic indicators that our team uses to ensure that we verify the proposal or the application given by LEC so that we can validate, and when this approval is done, it will be announced in May, December, so that the new tariff can take effect by January 1, 2026. So that's the reason why we do that. I know you're going to say, but what is in this proposal? I can tell you because it's already public information now. As I said, we are broken the tariff down into different categories. And the first one is the social tariff, which applies to people of low income, people whose consumption, now using air conditioner, they just need electricity to maybe charge their phone or put on a little small X bar of fridge or watch TV and everything. For the social tariff, their consumption is very low. The tariff that we had in the old regime, and the existing tariff, is about, no, Minister, you're not so sure. Yeah, you're not lifeline, quite lifeline tariff. It's lifeline, you're not there. So the tariff was 15 cents per kilowatt hour. And what happened is, LEC proposal brought it down to 13 cents per kilowatt hour. That's a reduction of about 13.3%, which is good for our low-income people. They will have a residential prepaid. There's no fixed charge. Residential prepaid. It was 24 cents per kilowatt hour. There's no change in that, according to the application. They are proposing the same 24 cents per kilowatt hour, which is 0% increase. Non-residential. And there's a fixed charge. I think there was a confusion sometimes, but we came and clarify everything here. And the fixed charge is $2.48 per kilowatt hour. I mean per month. It's not kilowatt hour, but per month. It's a fixed charge that you pay. Every purchase you do, once the first purchase for the month, you make that payment. And then we have residential postpaid. Postpaid, let me be a little bit simple. The question E and worry, right? Postpaid is one of the most difficult aspects because you consume the power and then you are billed. When you are billed, then you pay later on. So they have a fixed charge of $4.47 and the tariff there is about the same 24 cents per kilowatt hour. And it didn't change, it's the same. Non-residential, it was 22 cents per kilowatt hour. So this is proposing 24 cents per kilowatt hour with a little change of 9%. Then we'll have that non-residential prepaid. Postpaid, you know postpaid, they're crediting, right? And when you credit, you get interest? Yes. Why don't you do your prepaid, postpaid? Non-residential postpaid, it was 22, now it's the same, it went up to 24 cents per kilowatt hour, 9%. Now we have medium voltage. Medium voltage is where you have those big companies, like for instance, Cimeco, Certiferous Steel Factory, the port, or maybe LPRC, or maybe there, some other big companies. So you don't use small meters, you just use the middle voltage line, the 33 kV, and just put them with big meter. And then they were paying 19 cents per kilowatt hour. Now the proposal now is 20 cents per kilowatt hour. And the fixed charge remains the same. So nothing changed with the fixed charge. So we have now received this proposal. We have received the application and everything. Just have received the previous one where they had 28 cents, 29 cents, and went through everything and came down to 24 cents. So we're going to take our time now. Our team will review through different public hearings. As we speak now, the team is working on it around the clock to look at all the information they use, some of the indicators, and what is the basis for this new tariff. If the commission sees it fit, the final decision will tell us the final tariff. So I can't stay and tell you that the commission has approved or has accepted this. The final decision will be made in December after public hearing this month and next month, because it's going to take time for us to go around and for us to be able to seek inputs, get feedback from different people, the service-related issues and everything, the customers. We all here are customers. Even as a regulator, I'm a customer of LDC because I'm connected with meter. So that's what we'll be doing, and we have come here today to inform the public officially with our press release out officially, so that you can be prepared. If you have any question, you ask us to go. We don't want speculation and say, oh, LDC, oh, there's a new tariff. No, it's a proposal, and we, as the regulator, will now use the law and all the tools available to us to assess the proposal and review to see whether it is acceptable or whether it can be changed or modified for it to be approved by our board of commissioners and then be gazetted, and then it can now be published to take effect in 2026 January.